Alright, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into one of the most talked about luxury performance cars heading into 2026, the Aston Martin DB12. And nah, this isn't gonna be one of those stiff, robotic reviews full of engineering mumbo-jumbo. This is straight car lover to car lover, like we're chilling, talking rides, and breaking down why this thing has the internet buzzing and garages dreaming. So picture this. You hear the name Aston Martin, and instantly your brain goes to James Bond vibes, tailored suits, mountain roads, and that classy but dangerous energy. For decades, Aston Martin has been that brand that doesn't scream for attention but somehow owns the room anyway. And with the 2026 DB12, they're not just continuing that legacy, they're straight up flipping the script in a way that feels bold, modern, and honestly kinda savage. Now, first impressions matter, right? And the DB12 does not walk into the room quietly. This thing arrives. The exterior is sharp, confident, and muscular without looking try-hard. It's like Aston Martin took everything people loved about the DB11 and said, cool, now let's turn it up. The front grille is wider and more aggressive, like it's breathing in the road. The headlights are slimmer and more focused, almost like the car's giving you that look, you know, the one, that "don't test me" stare. From the side, the lines are clean but powerful. No unnecessary clutter. Just smooth curves that flow like they were sculpted by hand, because honestly, they probably were. The rear. Oh man. The rear is where the DB12 really flexes. The taillights are sleek, the stance is wide, and it just sits low like it's ready to launch at any second. This is one of those cars where you walk away, then turn back just to look at it again. And if you don't, I'm questioning your taste. Now let's talk about what's under the hood, because yeah, looks are cool, but sound and power. That's where the heart is. Aston Martin made some big moves here. The 2026 DB12 leans heavily into hybrid tech, but don't worry, this isn't one of those soulless hybrids people complain about. This thing still has that raw Aston energy, just smarter and stronger. The hybrid setup gives the DB12 that instant punch when you tap the gas, while still keeping things smooth and refined when you're cruising. It's fast, but it doesn't feel chaotic. It feels controlled. Confident. Like the car knows exactly what it's doing and doesn't need to prove anything. Whether you're rolling through city streets or opening it up on the highway, the power delivery feels effortless. And the sound? Yeah, it still sounds like an Aston. Deep, rich, and addictive. It's not screaming in your face, but it's got that low growl that makes you smile every time you accelerate. Hybrid or not, Aston clearly understood that the sound is part of the soul, and they didn't mess that up. Now here's where things get interesting and where some people might be surprised. Aston Martin didn't just build the DB12 for smooth roads and valet parking. They actually gave it some light off-road confidence. No, this isn't a rock crawler or anything wild like that, but it's way more versatile than past DB models. Better suspension tuning, smarter drive modes, and more adaptability mean this thing can handle rougher roads, uneven surfaces, and real-world driving way better than before. Basically, it's not just a weekend garage queen anymore. This is a car you can actually live with, daily it if you want. Take it on road trips. Drive it in less than perfect conditions without stressing every bump. And that right there is a big win for a lot of people. Now let's slide into the interior, because this is where Aston Martin really listened to feedback. If you've followed the brand, you know people loved the luxury but sometimes complained about the tech feeling a little behind. Well, not anymore. The 2026 DB12 interior feels modern, clean, and premium in every sense. The materials are straight fire. Soft leather everywhere, real metal accents, and that handcrafted feel Aston is known for. But now, the tech actually matches the luxury. The infotainment system is smoother, faster, and way more intuitive. No more fighting menus or feeling like you're using outdated software. Everything feels natural, like it was designed by people who actually drive. The digital displays are crisp without being overwhelming. You still feel connected to the car, not like you're piloting a spaceship. The steering wheel feels perfect in your hands, the seats hug you just right, and the whole cabin gives off that vibe where you sit down and instantly feel like, yeah, this is special. And let's talk comfort for a second. Because yeah, it's a performance car, but Aston didn't forget about long drives. The seats are supportive but comfortable, the cabin is quiet when you want it to be, and the ride quality is smooth enough that you won't be sore after a few hours behind the wheel. This is luxury performance done right. Now, comparing the DB12 to past models like the DB11, the difference is clear. The DB11 walked so the DB12 could run. Everything feels sharper, more refined, and more confident. The design is bolder. The performance is stronger. The tech is finally up to speed. It feels like Aston Martin stepping fully into the future instead of halfway. Price-wise, yeah, let's keep it real, this is not a cheap car. You're paying for the name, the craftsmanship, and the experience. The 2026 DB12 sits firmly in that high-end luxury performance bracket. But for what you're getting, it actually makes sense. This isn't just transportation. It's a statement. It's an experience every time you start it up. And when you stack it up against rivals, the DB12 holds its own easily. It's got more character than some German competitors, more elegance than a lot of aggressive supercars, and a balance that makes it feel special without being exhausting to drive. It's not trying to be the loudest or the fastest, it's trying to be the best Aston Martin, and honestly, it might just be that. What really makes the DB12 exciting is what it represents. This isn't just a new model. It's Aston Martin saying, we're here, we're evolving, and we're not stuck in the past. They managed to keep their identity while adapting to modern expectations, and that's not easy to do. So if you're someone who loves cars with soul, style, and presence, the 2026 Aston Martin DB12 should absolutely be on your radar. Whether you ever buy one or just admire it from afar, it's one of those cars that reminds you why people fall in love with driving in the first place. And honestly, I can't wait to see these things on the road, hear them pass by, and watch heads turn like they always do when an Aston rolls through. If you enjoyed this deep dive and you're hyped about the DB12 like I am, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future car talk. We've got way more heat coming, and you already know, if it's fast, luxurious, or straight up beautiful, we're talking about it right here. Catch you in the next one.